5:30, 7 is now following several big stories this morning. Another big-name politician right here in our backyard. We're live in Douglas County as Jeb Bush stumps for Republicans.
And bundle up as you head out the door this morning. You can see some of the current temperatures out there. We're in the 20s and 30s across the map this morning.
And some breaking news. That fugitive back behind bars, Gregory Lewis, wanted coast to coast, including for crimes right here in Colorado. In fact, our Tyler Lopez live this morning to explain how this manhunt finally ended.
And Macy, it was just good police work playing a hunch that finally brings to an end a crime spree that literally did stretch from state to state. But yes, the manhunt is now over. Gregory Lewis caught in upstate New York overnight. He now faces a long list of states that want to press charges, and that long list includes Colorado. He has been on the run throughout the month of October, but Gregory Lewis wanted from Massachusetts to Portland for armed robberies and sexual assault. It's also thought he spent time in Idaho, Utah, North Carolina, and Ohio. But just before midnight, a state trooper in upstate New York went to pull a driver over who didn't have a license plate. And Fort Edward Village Police, north of New York City along the Hudson River, would end up fishing Lewis out of a river after he wrecked his ride. Apparently the blue Jeep Grand Cherokee that he's been using. Now, the list of states that want to talk with him does include Colorado, Westminster Police, and Denver looking at him now for sexual assault and kidnapping. But he's going to start his day in Washington County, New York. He's due in court later today. Live downtown, Tyler Lopez, 7 News Now.
Storm Station 7 tracking really another cold morning. We don't have as many freeze warnings in place across eastern Colorado as yesterday, but there are still a few counties, including parts of Larimer and Weld County, that are under a freeze warning until 8 o'clock this morning. Now, when you look at our power planner, we are in for a gorgeous day today. We're going to be, it looks like, well into the 60s this afternoon. Our highs today close to 70 degrees, and again, plenty of sunshine today. There is a weak cold front tomorrow. It's going to bring our numbers down a bit. We'll take a look at that, plus your Halloween planner coming up in a few minutes. Traffic now over to Jason. Jason, we've had a rollover here in town.
Yeah, right here outside the building on northbound Lincoln Street at 7th Avenue. You can see from our rooftop, that is the Jeep right there. It's one of the Denver Public Works Jeeps, the Jeeps that are out there doing the ticket enforcement. It's on its side right now. The left lanes are blocked. 7th Avenue is blocked across Lincoln Street. That is not super highly traveled, but Lincoln Street northbound into downtown definitely is. We'll keep an eye on this, see how long it takes to clean it up, because it might be because of an investigation here since it's a Denver Public Works truck. The rest of the drive looks pretty good, whether it's up to the north side of town, south side of town, all in pretty good shape. You actually see some of the flashing lights here from the Denver police there on our rooftop camera. You see some of the flashing lights, but Spear getting out towards downtown is wide open.
Bring on more political star power. This time it's the Republicans bringing in the big names as we inch closer to Election Day. I'm Eric Lufer live at the Douglas County Fairgrounds, where Jeb Bush will rally for the Colorado Republican ticket later tonight. We're in a battleground state and the whole country is watching. And we've seen through the months just how important this state is. With that, a lot of big names have visited. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie in Aspen back in July, campaigning to help drum up support for Republican Bob Beaupre, who's running for Colorado's governor. Michelle Obama in Fort Collins last week, a big crowd turning out to hear her speak at the Laurie Student Center at CSU. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton hosted a rally here last week for Senator Mark Udall and congressional candidate Andrew Romanoff, and we covered Bill Clinton's visit to Colorado earlier this week, starting at Hinckley High School on Monday. Now, public approval when it comes to Congress, not so good right now. Both parties think they can change that by getting their candidate to Washington. It's going to be a big election come next week. I'm Eric Lufer, 7 News Now.
Thanks, Eric. 5:34. And right now, residents in Hawaii and the town of Pahoa watching this lava very closely. This is a new image. This comes from the USGS and shows how the lava has been moving just this week, last couple of days. This light pink that you see here, that's from Monday. This darker red here, that's yesterday. Right here is that cemetery we've talked about. You can see how the lava flow kind of went around some of that. They think that right now it's about a football field away from some of these houses up here. And so that's their concern, is any of those homes right there is probably the next thing in that lava's path.
Yeah, speaking of that lava, check out these new pictures here. You can see the lava it burnt right through a fence in this picture right here. And it really gives you some perspective because this lava is about chest high as it creeps toward town. About 60 homes and businesses are at risk here.
Suspicious activity on the unclassified computer network at the White House. No details on who may be to blame, what may have been tampered with here. The Washington Post, though, says that Russia could be behind this, The White House only saying, though, it's activity of concern for them. We can expect another day of higher security at federal buildings in Washington, D.C., other cities across the country. Air Tracker 7 were near the Federal Center in Lakewood yesterday, not immediately over it. Homeland Security ordering an increase in security. This is in response to the terrorist organizations threatening to carry out more attacks.
Well, prosecutors will continue to outline their case against this woman right here, accused of starting a huge apartment fire in Centennial. Hard to forget this. People, you remember, had to use makeshift ropes out of sheets to climb down from their balconies to escape the flames. The preliminary hearing for 23-year-old Naomi Almodovar started yesterday, and investigators say she did it because she was upset over a breakup.
5:36, the family of the man missing after Thursday's Bronco game reunited with Paul Kitterman. This happened overnight, so some good news there. He was found in Pueblo late yesterday. The search made national headlines, national news. His family posted an update on the Facebook page helping in the search there. They say he is okay, and they're asking for privacy. Kitterman was found near a Kmart. When police confronted him, they say that he said he just liked to walk. Right now, police not saying how he ended up in Pueblo. They still do not suspect foul play.
And the image is just incredible. This rocket, as it takes off in Virginia, explodes seconds later. Maybe you saw this yesterday. Well, that huge fireball was visible for miles, and NASA says there was significant property and vehicle damage. Amazingly, no one was hurt in this, but Christine Chang is looking into this mission. And Christine, what does this mean for the space station now?
You know, we just talked about this yesterday, right? That random boat that was kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it caused a range issues there, and now this. So it started out, everything looked okay anyway. So take a closer look.
And we have liftoff.
But just 6 seconds after liftoff, the rocket exploded, and mission controllers say they noticed the top cone of the rocket started to lean left, and then it just blew up. The rocket was carrying about 5,000 pounds of food and other experimental supplies to the International Space Station. NASA contracted out to Orbital Sciences Corporation for this launch, and this mission in all, by the way, cost about $200 million. A lot of damage on the ground, but again, no one was hurt.
All right, Christine, thank you. Today we're monitoring another launch. This is from Cape Canaveral in Florida. I've got the page pulled up here. This is one of the Atlas V being built by Centennial's United Launch Alliance. If successful, this would be the Atlas V's 50th mission.
Storm Station 7 tracking a beautiful day today. No complaints in the weather department. We're looking at a gorgeous start. You are going to find a lot of sunshine this morning. Chilly but sunny, so we put up a yellow light that could slow things down. Of course, the eastbound drive. By lunch, mostly sunny and warm, and then when you're heading home, gorgeous. Temperatures today are going to be, it looks like, in the upper 60s, close to 70, 50s primarily for the mountains.
You're looking at I-25 just south of 6th Avenue is the north and southbound traffic. Just getting a little bit busier here this morning. 6th Avenue is moving okay, but we do have some rock work along Highway 6 that I'll tell you about coming up.